and welcome to episode 21 of the These Little Hands podcast. Today, she doesn't normally join the podcast, but today Stella is here sitting behind me because she feels very sorry for herself. There are some people outside and they are having a workshop, and she thinks the workshop is about her, so she's bothering everybody. So I'm keeping her inside with me. And as you can see, she feels very sorry for herself, so she might be here with us a little bit. She has FOMO and doesn't like to be excluded from anything, but she's distracting the workshop, so she's here with me. Welcome, sorry for that digression, to the These Little Hands podcast. This is episode 21. I think I already said that. This is a podcast about knitting and sewing and sometimes other crafts and my favorite things. And I'm so happy that you are joining me today. Welcome to any returning viewers, and to any new viewers, I hope you enjoy the podcast. Just a disclaimer, if you are here for any sewing, there will be no sewing today. Unfortunately, I haven't had any time to sew. For those of you who watch regularly will know that I broke my wrist and I was in a cast for quite a long time, so I am trying to catch up on projects that I was busy with and that had to be interrupted by the period that I was unable to do things. So I haven't even taken out my sewing machine in quite some time. So today is only knitting, and I'm going to show you a finished object, some works in progress, some dream knitting plans, and I will end off with some acquisitions, gift acquisitions. So let's get into the knitting. First, I'm going to show you something that I'm wearing. This is one of my favorite sweaters that I've ever knit. It is from a Vogue magazine, and I can't find the magazine, but it's quite an old pattern. But on Ravelry, I have a project page with all my projects, and the yarn and everything is on there. So if you want more information on this project, you can follow that link. I did this about 2 or 3, no, it's even more, probably about 4 years ago. So my knitting skills definitely weren't up to the standard where they are now. But I'm going to stand up quickly and show you. So it is a cabled sweater with an uneven hem. You can see it goes in the front and it's just plain at the back. And it has bobbles and cables. And it is knit out of a local South African cotton yarn by Vinnie's Colors. I can't remember the base, but it is definitely the thicker one. And I love it. It's held up really, really well. It has quite an open neckline, so I sometimes don't wear it with anything underneath except a camisole. But it's a little bit cold today, and I want to laugh at myself because I was watching the So Sweet Violet podcast, and she was saying how nice and hot it is, and summer in the UK. And she was saying it was 17 degrees Celsius, which for me is pretty cold. I think today is 17 degrees Celsius, and I'm wearing a long sleeve sweater and a sweater underneath. So, it's funny how we climatize to our climates, because in South Africa 17 is winter. Not the coldest winter, but it is a winter temperature. So, yes, I really like the sweater. There's not much I can say to you about it, but except I remember when I knitted, the cable construction, these cables are very interesting. You don't do it with cable needles. Can't remember exactly how you do it, but I remember it was quite difficult. You can see here they're quite loose, so you sort of knit, and then you knit the cable separately, and then you join them together, and then you knit a bit on the sweater and knit the little piece of the cable separately and join them together. So that was quite interesting. It doesn't have a collar or anything. So it's a bit uneven here, but it is the way it is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a very clean sweater. And yes, I really like it. And I really like the bobbles. And the yarn is really soft. So that is what I'm wearing. And then for what I am finished with is the most exciting thing I've knit in quite some time. I am in love with this project. It was a little bit of a challenge. It was the project I cast on right after my cast came off, which I'm not sure that was the best plan because it isn't really difficult, the pattern, but I had a little bit of a hard time. My tension was out and my sort of knitting brain was out of practice, so I made mistakes on the lace pieces, and it was quite long rows quite quickly. It increases quite quickly, but I'm so happy to have the finished object, and I've been wearing it almost every day this week. So let me show you. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen some pictures of it. Just want to make sure I show you the right side. This is my Boho Blush shawl by Andrea Mowring. So you can see it is quite big. It used just over 3 skeins, and with 3 skeins, our fingering weight that we find here in South Africa is a little bit, most of the time, is a little bit less yardage than I see from the podcast that I watch on YouTube. So normally fingering weight skeins are like 420, around there. These skeins are 330 meters. So you would be able to do what I did with 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn because I used just over 4 skeins. So the pattern has stockinette and a little bit of lace and a little bit of brioche. And then it ends off with the fringe, which I love so much. So I knit the pattern exactly as is. I didn't make any modifications. But what I did do is I doubled the fringe. So the pattern calls for putting the fringe every inch, which is 2.5 centimeters about. So that these two would have been the fringe, and then in between I've added another one in every single one. So my fringe is a lot more dense, which I love. I love it so much. It is so nice and warm, and I love the color. It's knit out of Nurturing Fibers in the Super Twist sock yarn, 100% merino, and this is the Misty Mint colorway. Yes, is there anything? Oh, so another modification I made is they tell you just to to put the yarn, you cut, it's a paid for pattern, but anyway, you knot the yarn. And I didn't like the way it looked because then the yarn stood out like this instead of being a closed tassel like this. So I did a loop, and I have a video that I will insert at the end of this podcast to show you how I did it. But you could just do it with a crochet hook, exactly the same technique that I did, which would have been a lot easier, but I didn't think of it at the time. So what happened is I had a paper clip lying around when I was trying to figure out. So I just grabbed that and used that. But if I thought about it for 10 seconds longer, I could have just used the crochet hook, which would have been perfect. So what I like about that is now I can take the fringe off. So if at some point fringe is not in fashion anymore, or I don't like it anymore, or the fringe looks damaged or gets tangled or whatever, I can take it off very easily, which is what I want. So yes, this is such a wonderful pattern. I am in love with it, and it is quite long. So my wingspan is just over half of it. So what's left, still this whole piece after my whole wingspan. And some people's is quite a bit longer, but I blocked mine quite aggressively in this direction instead of in the length because I wanted to have the body quite blocked out. And you can see it looks so neat. So that is my Boho Blush shawl, my finished object. The color is coming up pretty true on the video. So yes, I am in love with that. I keep saying that, but it's really true. I am in love with it. Okay, so with that, that is my only finished object, but it is quite a big finished object, I must say. The fringe took quite a long time, but anyway. So I did the fringe by I have a yarn Swift that is one of the wooden ones, not the umbrella one, so the wooden one with the pegs that you move. So I just put 2 pegs in instead of all 4, and I measured it out, and I sort of loosely wound the yarn around it, and then I cut it off, and then in the end I just laid it flat, and then I just trimmed them all so that they are sort of the same length. Yeah, and you can see they are pretty close to the same length. They're not all perfect, but it doesn't bother me. And I think that is it. I really suggest this pattern. Not if you're not into long rows, but other than that, I do suggest it. Okay, and then I'm going to go into a few knitting things. I have a pile of things here that you can sort of see. But the first thing I want to tell you, this was my finished object from last time, my color field shawl. And I told you that I made it a little bit bigger than the pattern calls for. But this week, the same pattern was released in a bigger size and a DK weight and a worsted weight. So it's still one pattern, you just buy the pattern and then you get the whole thing. So the bigger size for the worsted weight, the smaller size and everything. So if you want to make it bigger, you want it in another weight, then that is an option now. So that's really great. So I just wanted to tell you about that. This is Color Field by Kemper Ray, knit out of my Silky Milky Moon alpaca samples in 4 different colors. So for more information, you can watch episode 20. Okay, let me show you my whips. Not very interesting. This is still continuing, and I dropped so many stitches. So there is something that I have to fix there because I stopped in the middle of the row. This is my Greenwich sweater. I'm entering this into the West Coast Wools podcast. They have a sweater along for this year. So I'm still in love with this project. I am finished with the back. This is the front. I'm close to where the raglan armhole decreases are. I'm knitting this out of Cowgirl Blues DK in the Sage colorway. Sorry about the noise. Stella is throwing a tantrum because she can't go outside. She's really a good dog and well behaved, but if she doesn't get her way, she has a little bit of a temperament. She's very angry with me now. Sorry for the distraction. I just want to see if I can get her to calm down. She's running around. She's a whippet. She's quite fast as well. Okay, I have 2 other whips that I haven't worked on. One of them is my exploration station, so I'm not going to show you that because I'm at exactly the same space that I was in the previous episode. And the reason for that is I showed you some yarn and I have decided to join the mystery knit along. So I have joined, and I'm a little bit behind in that. Okay, sorry. Before I show you this, you got a quick glimpse. If you are participating in the mystery and you don't want to see this, please fast forward a little bit or look away because I'm going to show you my progress. But this is all over Instagram, so I'm sure you already know what it looks like. This is the Starting Point Mystery Knit Along by Boho Blush, and I am almost finished with the second piece on clue 3, but clue 4 came out yesterday, so I'm a little bit behind, which I'm a little bit annoyed about because I want to keep on top of the clues, but I'm literally like 8 rows behind, so then I will be able to start clue 4 today. And here is where I am. I'm knitting it on straight needles, which is my preferred way to knit. Yes, I really like it. And what's so great is this is all South African hand-dyed yarn. 2 of them is from the same dyer, and then the other 3 are from different dyers. So this, okay, let's start with color 1. So color 1 is this white variegated color. This one, it has pops of black and teal and purple and pink. And this is by Miss Lamotte, and this is the Milky Opal colorway. I am in love with this colorway. You're going to hear me say this for this whole wrap, that I want to knit projects with just that yarn in one color with all the yarn that I'm using for this project. But anyway, there was only one skein of this in the shop, so when I bought it, but I am really enjoying it. So that's my color 1. Color 2 is this mauvey pink color. It doesn't have a color name because it's a free swim color by Nurturing Fibers in the Super Twist Sock base, 100% merino. And this is the same base as I knit my Boho Blush shawl out of. It's sort of a tonal color with a bit of variegation, you can see. And I really like it. And because of this color, I'm entering it in the Mauve Along, hosted by William Pine, Kirsten from the Yarngasm podcast. Please excuse me, I'm just going to calm my dog down because she's crying now and I feel so sorry for her, but she really can't go outside. So I'm just going to pause here quickly and then I'll be back just now. I'm so sorry about that. Shame. I feel really sorry for her, but she's just going to have to hold out for another half an hour. It's not a long workshop, but anyway. But it gave me the opportunity to quickly stand up and get my other piece, because you knit it in 2 pieces. Because here you can see that milky opal color a lot clearer. It's really nice. So this is the completed piece of clue 3. So I just have this little piece to go on my other piece, and then I can start with clue 4. So yes, I am in love with the colors. So we were talking about this color, which is the Nurturing Fibers. Then color 3 and 4 is by the same dyer, and this is amazing. Okay, so this is Kaleidoscope Yarns. These are the 2 colors. This is on a different base. So this is 25% nylon and 75% wool merino. This is the Bluebird of Happiness colorway, and this is the When Hearts Collide colorway. This is a little bit more burgundy than it's showing up on the, it's getting a little bit blown out. This, I think, is my favorite color. I keep changing my mind, but I am in love with this color, and with this, I really want to knit a sweater, a fingering weight sweater. It is so beautiful. So let me show you. You can see there. It's like there's greens and it's so subtle, but then you get these pops of colors in between. The photo, it's not really doing it justice, but here you can see. It is such a lovely color. It's a little bit lighter. There we go, that's better. And then this is the When Hearts Collide colorway. And then the last one is by Stella Fiberworks. It is sort of a tealy green. And then there are these neon, I don't think you can see it. Let me see if I can show you. No, you can't really see, but there's these little specks of neon sort of green in there. So this is the colorway. There you can see on the skein, you can see the little pops of neon. So yes, I really like it. I had a similar colorway of hers. That's also this color, but with different speckles. This is, I don't know what the colorway name is, but on my project page again, I keep everything quite up to date. But this is a non-repeatable colorway. So, and her colorways are all named after songs. But yes, I am quite happy with it. I must say, I'm not too excited about weaving in all of these. So I need to get started on that because I can see how that is going to hold me back. But here are my two pieces. So I'm not sure how it's going to go together, but I'm assuming on clue 5 we are going to put it together somehow. I think it's going to go like this, but I might be wrong. Yes, so that is my starting point, and that is what has taken almost all my knitting time, except for the Boho Blush. So that's why I didn't make so much progress on my exploration station or my sweater. And that is it for my works in progress that I'm going to share with you today. I am having to hold myself back from casting on all the things because I am so excited with all kinds of ideas, and I probably will cast on or swatch. I'm going to swatch for a pattern today, and I'm going to show you what my dream knitting is. So I'm going to put some pictures in if I can. I'm not sure how to put the pictures here. I'm hoping to figure that out, but otherwise they will come up in between. So the first thing, I did briefly mention it last week. So my first dream knitting is I have two of this gorgeous skeins of yarn, Pressed Flowers by Miss Lamotte Yarns, and I'm going to knit the Party on My Needle shawl, and I'm copying Danny from these little bobbins. So I'm putting her project picture in here because that is what I want mine to look like. I'm probably going to do a different color for the contrasting color because I don't have yellow yarn, but I'm hoping to put a picture in here for you. So that is the first one that I want to finish. I'm casting on next, and then I have, this is the same base as my Boho Blush shawl. I actually bought those two colors together for a sweater, but then the tonal value of them didn't work out. So I have 3 of these, and I have been dreaming of the Lucky Charm shawl by Mandarins. It is really gorgeous, and you need 3 skeins, and that's exactly what I have. And this blue color really goes well with my wardrobe. So this color is the one, if you remember about 2 episodes ago, I casted on the Rose Gold shawl, brioche shawl by Andrea Mowry, but I frogged that project because I just wasn't happy with my yarn choices and the yarn matching the pattern. I do still want to knit that pattern, but I do want to knit it out of a different color. So I'm going to use the 3 skeins of this yarn for the Lucky Charm shawl. And I really want to knit that shawl twice because I want to knit it in yellow as well for a friend of mine. But I'm first going to do it in stash yarn because my goal is to use stash yarn. So that is that one. And then the last one is the, I think it's called Glacier Sweep by Stephen West. And I have 2 of these skeins. It's quite a dark charcoal, but I do feel like I need a dark shawl in my wardrobe to go with my black clothes, and I do like this charcoal color. So those are the 3 shawls that I'm casting on next. But my rule is I have to finish one of either the exploration or the starting point shawl before I can cast on a new one. If I'm going to hold myself to that we will have to wait and see, because knitting is supposed to be fun and I'm doing it for myself. So although I do want the finished objects, I also don't want to put too much restrictions on myself as to what I want to be knitting. So those are my 3 dream knitting projects for my stash on. And then 2 sweaters. I have more than that I want to knit, obviously, but 2 sweaters from my stash on. So I have 2 of these skeins, and I've had it in my stash for quite a long time, about a year. The skein is a little bit. So this is the skein. I have 2 of these. This is Heartlam Yarns in the Last Few Rays colorway, and it is such a nice base. It's 55% blue-faced Leicester yarn and 45% silk. So it has such a nice shine to it. So I've been wanting to cast this on for a long time. I think in like one of the first few episodes I already asked for ideas about it. And I don't want to knit another shawl. So what I'm going to knit, I just want to see where I put my show notes, sorry. The name of this pattern is Policy of Truth. I'll put the name underneath here. It's a pattern on Ravelry, and it's for a sweater, sort of a cropped sweater with the short sleeves. So I have the right yardage for that. And that one is also knit out of variegated yarn. And yes, so I really want to cast that on. I've never knit a sweater in the round before. So that would definitely be a first, and it is top down, I think, which would be a first for me, because I really want to. I've knit quite a few sweaters, and I think I would probably qualify as someone who is an advanced knitter, but I want to expand my repertoire, because I used to knit just from Rowan books, and the construction of those sweaters are sort of similar. So with these 2 projects, so this is the one and the next one I'll show you now, I really want to expand those skills. So the next one I want to show you is the Watkins sweater. So I've had this in my queue. When it came out, I fell in love with this pattern. It's a little bit different from my usual style. It's a bit tribal, but I really like it, and I would love to have a big comfy sweater, but that's also quite modern. So the yarn I want to use is this. I don't know how to pronounce, melange wool. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but it is, it qualifies on Ravelry as an Aran weight. It looks a lot more plump, but it qualifies as an Aran weight. And it is not 100% wool. It is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. But it is so soft. It is so soft. So I'm going to insert a picture of that sweater here, and then I'll show you my colors. So this is the color that I want to use for the main body, and I'm very happy with that. But then I couldn't decide. I was in the shop, and I don't want to do it in the same colors as on that picture, because it's not really my color palette. And the ones I have is this. So these are all the same yarn. And then this one. So what I'm thinking to do is, where it is black on the pattern, I want to use this one. Okay, because I don't want to do black necessarily. And then for the other color work, I want to use these 2. But I'm thinking that might not be enough contrast. So I'm hoping to find a green or something else that can go with these 2. What do you think? Otherwise, I must do it all in pink. What I'm concerned about with just the pink is that it's going to look like a gown, a pajama gown. And I don't want it to look like a pajama gown. I want it to look like the sweater on there in different colors. So I'm still playing with that idea, but I'm going to swatch for this today. And this yarn is by Stylecraft, Life Chunky. This is 75% acrylic and 25% wool. So they are not the same, and the lady in the yarn store was quite concerned. This is a little bit more yardage per 100 meters, but I think it will be fine. So yes, I'm really looking forward to having that sweater, and I'm hoping that if it comes out really well, I think Yaku, my boyfriend, would love a sweater. I think it's quite you can knit it for either men or women. I saw on the Ravelry project pages. So if he likes it, I'm going to knit him one, which would be the first time, and that would then probably be the only project I knit for the entire year next year, because he is a big man. So we'll see. We'll see. He doesn't watch this episode, so he doesn't know that I have plans to knit him a sweater, because I don't want to commit to something I can't finish. But yes, so those are the two that I'm planning to cast on next. I have definitely 3 more that I really want to cast on, but and that I have the yarn for. But I sort of think this is the order that I'm going to be doing that in. Okay, and that is it for the actual knitting. Oh no, I'm lying. I have this. This was on sale and I couldn't resist it. So this is Adele's mohair, and this is her burgundy colorway, and this is the chunky roving wool, and this was on sale for like half the price, so I had to get this. So do you have any ideas of what I can knit with this? I wanted to knit a gift for my sister, but her birthday is tomorrow, so that's not going to happen unless I quickly whip up a hat, so that's probably not going to happen. But any ideas? I have 4 skeins of this yarn. Yes, I've never knit with this roving before, so yes. Okay, let me show you my acquisitions. This, so I showed you the kaleidoscope yarn that I am in love with in my mystery sweater. So she turned out to either watch my podcast, or I'm not sure how she saw that I have a yarn, but she sent me a message. Her name is Antoinette, to say that she saw that I bought some of her yarn and she would like to send me a gift. Would I like to receive it? So obviously I said yes. I don't know who would ever say no to free yarn, but anyway. So in my mind I was picturing like one skein, and then I came home and this was in the mail with chocolates, but I already ate the chocolates. So wow, this is really amazing. Yeah, so this is 4 different bases, which is great because it's great to try out different bases. And this, when I bought her yarn, I was looking at this base as well, so I'm very happy about this. So the first one is the Skinny Squish base, so it's single ply, 100% merino, and the color name is Majodi. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I am in love with this. I'm definitely knitting a shawl out of this. Yeah, this is so beautiful. So it has pinks, and it reminds me of the Bluebird of Happiness colorway, except that it is more green and more pink. So I think it's more variegated than speckled, but it is so beautiful. Her yarn, by the way, is available on Natural Yarn's website, and you can contact her directly if you follow her on Instagram. So that's that one. This one is the Lush base. So this is 100% merino, and this is called the Pure Love colorway. So this is pink. And then this one is the Tickle Monster colorway on the 75 merinos, 25 nylon. So this is the same base that I have the other 2 colors in. This is the Tickle Monster colorway. So yes, and I just quickly want to show you. I grabbed this out of stash. I'm starting to see the potential for a faded sweater. So I don't yet have enough yarn for a faded sweater out of my stash because my colors are quite random, but I'm starting to get there. And the last one she sent me is a sample of her DK. I rock DK in the Wheat Fields colorway. So yes, I love DK weight. I really love it. It's so squishy. So this is an amazing gift and I can't wait to knit with it. I don't have any plans at the moment, but I'm definitely going to have some plans soon. So that is an acquisition. And then the other one was something I ordered like in December, I think, on Etsy and with customs and all of that, because I couldn't find nice ones in South Africa. And I actually forgot about it, and then I got the slip. So I ordered pom-poms for hats, and these pom-poms are not real fur because I don't like real fur. I mean, I like the way it looks, but I don't like the ethical issue around it. So this is faux fur pom-poms, but they are so pretty and real looking. So this is a dark purple one, and you have that one. That one I have 6. So I was planning to gift knit hats, but now I'm in love with my pom-poms, and I'm probably and I actually want to just keep it all for myself, which is bad. This is sort of a blue color. They are a little bit squished, but he said I must just blow dry them with my hairdryer. I'll put the name of the Etsy store that I bought this from below, and this grey one. So I mean, I am so excited. I actually want to knit. Can I just make an Alice band with all the pom-poms? Or a cowl? A cowl with all the pom-poms. That was so soft. So these, I love pom-poms. I love pom-poms. So these are really making me very happy. Yes, so I'm very excited about that. I was hoping I'm participating in a Stay Cozy swap, a South African swap. The link to the group is below if you want to sign up for the next one. So I'm the moderator together with Gina from Natural Yarns, and we organized the swap, and all the parcels has been sent. So I was hoping to receive mine before the weekend because I received the Fleece and Seas hat pattern as part of that. So I'm really looking forward. So one of these pom-poms, depending on the yarn I'm receiving, is going on that hat. But it hasn't arrived yet. It'll probably be here on Monday. And then also what's probably going to arrive this coming week is my 3rd installment of the socks box, which I'm very happy about. So I'm really looking forward to that. So if I have a finished object by next week, Saturday, I will record an episode again. Okay, so that was quite a lot of chatter and plans and all of that I'm hoping you enjoyed that, and I'm hoping you can share my excitement of my knitting plans, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Enjoy your weekend. Bye. Okay, so I cut the yarn using my Swift to measure it. So I'm taking a paper clip and 2 strands of yarn, and then I just put it through, and then to make sure that the yarn doesn't catch on the paper clip, make sure you have the smooth sides going through, and then I count 6 stitches and I push it through and take the ends through that loop, and then I just slide the paper clip off.